I am honored that you have chosen me.
Leaping tiger.
I wondered how long it would be before you made your way down here. I'm sure I don't need to tell you, but the air has changed considerably. My family has always been tied to the forest shadow in some strange way, and I can tell she's dead. It's a shame, but looking at these trees, I can see why it had to be done. I'm just glad you were there to handle things. Dealing with a maddened fox might have been beyond my skill.
Do you not appreciate the value of a wind map? I risk death at the assassin's hands by even giving you a rough copy of one. I have heard more convincing arguments from drunk courtiers in the Imperial City. Our deal stands in its original form. Here is the wind map you wanted. The copy is near perfect, and I assure you that the assassins will never know you have it. For now, I think I will look after this land. With the forest shadow gone, I'm sure the trees will restore themselves in time.
Allow me to answer that, Lord. Well, it seems that you've solved the problem with the forest. That doesn't mean the ghosts will simply up and leave. If we're lucky, then you've stopped things from getting worse, and time will provide the cure.
I've been in this forest long enough that it was very clear when she died. The air changed. There's really no other way to describe it. I'm sure you made the right decision and did what needed to be done. I know the trees won't heal for some time, but that's to be expected. Indeed, it is. You have my deepest gratitude. I had virtually given up hope, and you appeared like a gift from the heavens. One thing I have been meaning to ask you, though. What of the Pilgrim's Rest? Spearcatch's Leaf mentioned that you went there to retrieve the crystal. How do they fare in that place?
They're all right then. I wouldn't have expected that after being isolated here for so long. We may very well do that, and soon. Yes, we should take them supplies and food and see if there's anything else we can do to help them. Farewell. That map will carry you safely if you can find a flyer with the range. I wish you all the best of luck.
It's good to see you again. Is there anything I can do for you? Have a look and tell me what you need. It's good to see you again.
Make no trouble here in Tien's Landing. We've had enough.
And again you bother me! Is there no end? Did you find the controls to the Great Dam? You must close the Great Dam. Not that I said anything about that, of course. You haven't gotten to it. Have you been busy seeing the sights of this lovely town? Wandering the serene countryside, visiting relatives? Tien's Landing suffers. You are the only hope. If you don't close the dam, the town will die. And my political career along with it. Exactly. Because I never actually asked you to help, right? Very good. Now go close the Great Dam. Quickly! Yes, yes.
The folks of this town were kind at first, but now they're starting to annoy me.
Are you getting slow in your old age, Jan?
Sisai Pawao. Usi Ukirwir no fantayana ukona ni pinatawa. Wanakapir sari awaf, fancier surufus isinosaurus usuno. Sata tawi ir wanawa fu kuno sukut nia awafawa ir sutuk. To fuwe ta wita ir ukarashita wewu.
Leaping tiger.
Okay, fakania ni ukaristoipa. Unika surier kwana no koni uknawata ir niknipier.
Careful.
Wowo sun ponono yapapap nasia iwir sa ye wuth. Usoir, ukurir teku noyu.
Well, hurry up and train the girl, Jian. She's clearly not the type who likes to be kept waiting. You wouldn't teach her if she were.
O noyu wakits o sa iraka wa shosi. Wo anania ifewir uk sonarok noka uk snapir. O sensu pukapir fuku. Ikirnik tine piru o iferek uk son puno. Tawi ir kawana ir sonir ipoki.
I think it's time we were leaving, don't you, Jian?
Ir kana. O nikasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iruru.
You think you'll live until next year, Jian? You know our paths will cross on the field of battle sooner than that.
Oh, to fuwi ta wita ir ukarashita wewo.
That's much better.
Well, this has already become an educational trip. From what you discussed with Hui, it would seem we are indeed tied to important events.
I have concerns as well. Hui convinced me that your master is the glorious strategist. Tell me, Dawnstar, what are your earliest memories with him?
Your question would be better directed at his favorite student. She was at the school for 3 years before I arrived.
We'll focus on you quite a bit by the time we are done, given the Spirit Monk connection. But I asked Dawnstar what she remembers.
The only thing I know about my life before coming to the school is that I was not wanted, probably because of the bad omens I was born under.
Bad omens? What makes you think that? You said you don't know anything.
I know because of my name. It's one of the few details Master Li was told. I was named for a red glow opposite the morning sun, like a distant fire.
No. No one besides you has a claim to surviving the dirge attack. Don't worry, you are safe on your pedestal.
It fits the time, but that just confirms my thoughts about being born under a bad omen. What could be worse than this attack on Dirge and the Water Dragon?
If that is the most troubling thing you learn about your birth, consider yourself lucky.
What? What do you want? You know what I like about this place? Absolutely nothing. Let's get what we need and get to the Imperial City. Why does it matter? I was born by my mother and sucked at her teat like every man. Well, like every man does with his mother. Anyway, by the time I was old enough to swing an axe, my father was dead and my mother disowned me. Of course, killing my father might have given her reason. I think she did it out of shame. My father beat me and my brother senseless, and made our lives miserable. Either way, that was the end of my childhood. I've done worse since then, believe me. I traveled a lot after that, begging for some things and taking the rest. Tough times, but not the worst. My axes and my wits kept me alive. You'd think a 7-year-old might be an easy target, but I soon learned just where to cut a man to make him squeal like a pig. Ah, those were the days. No, we've got better things to do right now. Nah.
Thank you again for rescuing me from those things. I owe you my deepest gratitude. Is there some way I can be of assistance? It would seem we have our work cut out for us. I can almost hear her screaming at me now. As I mentioned, I am but a simple bun master, with a dear wife who has turned my life into a miserable cesspool devoid of humor and excitement. Bless her soul. My wife ensures that I work very hard every day to become the best bun master in the Imperial City, perhaps the best in all the Empire. Though I was one of the most respected fighters in the Empire before I met my precious bride, she made sure that I became something more, or less. My loving wife would knead me into several small dumplings and boil me in hot oil if she suspected I was even speaking to you about leaving her. Life is not all bad, though. I may have lost all my dignity and self-respect, along with my ability to fight, or even make a tight fist, but I am a bun master of some renown. I would sooner return to the cannibals and offer them what little flesh is left on my bones. But let's not discuss such things, if you don't mind. Perhaps in a little while. Memories of my wife are difficult to bear, especially when she is so very far away and I may never see her again. As you wish. I will be here waiting impatiently if you require anything.
The forest was a disturbing place. Such destruction. It was horrible, even if it was mostly unseen. If you could spare some time, could we talk about what we have seen? Our time in the forest was very troubling to me. To see such distance between the concerns of men and spirits is something I am still getting used to. I have been sensitive to these things for as long as I can remember, but it was not always such a disturbing talent. There used to be harmony. What do you mean? It isn't arrogance. It is the natural order of things, isn't it? I sometimes wonder if I was left at the school because my abilities offended the order of things, but in the end, I found my true place with Master Li. Now that he has been taken, I fear that we will never find our way back to that simple life. Worse, I worry we were never meant to have it. I suppose that someone in your position has little choice in that regard. Everyone needs something from you. One more person just adds to the burden. Perhaps I've been looking at things the wrong way. It seems I should be more secure in myself before I reach out to others. Thank you for your time. It was not the answer I expected, but I see the use of it. Perhaps we will continue this later. Be well, my friend.
That's much better.
Are we certain there is no room for us to stay in Tian's Landing? Do we really need to camp outside?
The ground is soft enough for a warrior. Walls just get in the way when the fighting starts. Besides, I've yet to find a bed that fits me.
Not everyone has a hide as thick as yours.
Extra blankets? All you need is some strong wine to keep you warm at night. Hey, do you think you could find us some of that strong wine you're talking about?